Good morning, everyone. It is another incredibly hot day here in Los Angeles, and it's supposedly getting only hotter. God damn it. Anyway, I wanted to take the time today to do a little brief overview slash review, whatever you want to call it, of Score, a film music documentary, before it shows this Friday and Saturday, I believe, at the ArcLight Cinemas here in Sherman Oaks, right down the road from me. I had the privilege of seeing what I believe was the first screening. Obviously, it was probably played before that. It had a Q&A with Brian Tyler and John Debney. I had the pleasure of speaking with Brian before the show actually started and after, so we spoke a fair bit. Incredible honor, really nice, really humble guy. So this is the first documentary of its kind. It's way overdue, and the director, Matt Schrader, would definitely agree with that. In fact, at the Q&A, I believe he himself said that. It's a very informative documentary, and it does a fantastic job of conveying what it is that a composer actually does, the process, how they do it, how much work it is, and how badly we really need more time. Directors, after watching this, I hope they, are at least a little bit motivated to extend those deadlines. Probably never gonna happen, but a boy can dream, can he? Insert lush orchestral John Williams texture here. Anyway, this documentary features essentially the greatest composers of our time. I mean, we've got Hans Zimmer, Brian Tyler, Bear McCreary, John Debney, John Powell, Harry Gregson Williams, Junkie XL, Marco Beltrami, Tyler Bates, Steve Jablonsky, Danny Elfman, Rachel Portman, even Moby. And I didn't even mention half of them. The list goes on. It's ridiculous. And it's also got, music executives, orchestrators like Conrad Pope, session musicians in Hollywood who've played on, all the scores we love. And it's got a lot of fantastic stuff. It's got old recordings of John Williams and Steven Spielberg collaborations. We've got a closing tribute during the end credits to the great James Horner, where James Cameron shares some stories, or shares a story rather, from the Titanic. Really, really beautiful and fun to hear that. And we also get to see some orchestral sessions, the composers conducting them and seeing how it goes. We get to see Despicable Me, Mission Impossible. There's some other ones in there, I'm not going to go through everything here. They show us, a great view of Air Studios, Abbey Road Studios. And, what I really like about this documentary is that it delves into the history of scoring and shows how scoring has evolved, and where we started from back in the days of silent films and the piano player or the organ player, the one-man band kind of just watching and improvising and scoring on the fly and making it to where we are today. And I like how it, didn't just jump smack dab into the middle of where we are now, even though where we are now is freaking amazing. The composers share their personal journeys, experiences with various films, scores, directors, and all that stuff. There's not as many horror stories as I thought there would be. We all know about the most recent situation with Junkie XL and Justice League, unfortunate. Tom handled it in a very relaxed, mature way, which was really, really inspiring, and it's good to be reminded that that can happen to anyone, and if you persist long enough and do make it, it will happen to you for sure. Hasn't happened to me yet, but I've got a long way to go, as do most of us. The documentary features plenty of wit, humor, great laughs, good fun, and I hope everyone enjoys this incredible documentary as much as I did. I would really, want to close with the fact that I think it's really important for everyone involved in film, whether you're a director, producer, actor, set designer, production manager, whatever you are, don't forget that music it truly is the heart of a film. Not to sound cliche, but it is one of the most important aspects of a film. And if you don't believe me, well, take the music out. And I think it's good for everyone to have just at least some idea of what it is that composers do and our process, because it really is important. And you don't need to know everything. I mean, we don't even know everything as composers ourselves, but it's good to have some idea of, the process of music and how we put it into the film and our relationship with the director. And, maybe it could influence how you do your job, whether you're, cinematographer or whatever it is. Because I know that when I view or when I see or speak with production designers, cinematographers, directors, obviously, and producers, when you speak to all these people, it influences how I myself write the music. So maybe if you knew about music as somebody involved in some other process in the film, it would benefit you and make you do your job better or different. I don't know. So I recommend this. Obviously, the film composers are gonna, it's a given, they're probably gonna watch this. But if you're in any other aspect of the filmmaking process, or even just in entertainment in general, I would really recommend that you watch this documentary. And yeah, that's all I have to say for you today. Thanks for listening, and till next time.